And I'm live. Hey everybody. Welcome into the at Flippin Hippos reseller pod. I'm Star the Flippin Hippo. And my throat is already dry, so now I have to cough. Excuse me, sorry. Welcome in everybody. Today is May 5th. It's a Tuesday. It's Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. If you didn't watch my video last night, I wished everyone a happy May 4th, because that's May the 4th be with you if you're a Star Wars fan. And today is Cinco de Mayo, and tomorrow is Revenge of the Sith. And Saturday's my birthday, Sunday's Mother's Day, and my son has a birthday too. May is typically my favorite month. Not so much this year, but I still have I'm still trying to remain positive and celebrate each of the special days in May as they come. So what did you guys do for Cinco de Mayo? I know a lot of people I know ordered out, got Mexican, didn't go out to dinner, but ordered takeout, curbside service, all that good stuff that we're doing in the lockdown. And we actually had just last Friday gotten takeout from one of our favorite taco shops around here. So tonight I just made a really nice Cinco de Mayo meal at home. We had homemade tacos with all the fixins. I made homemade pico de gallo from scratch, and we had Spanish rice with corn and beans, and it was really good, and I'm really full. So I hope everyone is having a good Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo, so that's pretty exciting too. So I'm just trying to take each day as it comes and roll with it and just stay positive, which is a lot of what we're going to talk about tonight. Beth got her first throw up box today. Yay! Woo! Okay, so that's awesome. Rhonda and Amelia are here. Greg is here. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. And thank you, Kelly. Hip Flippin' Mama's here. Love her. Love her. So I don't have any notes tonight. If you guys are longtime viewers, you know I usually come to my live shows with an outline or some idea of what I'm going to talk about. And I have an idea of what I'm going to talk about. I have to find a way to make it go together like Tetris in my brain and articulate it to you guys, because I don't have it written down. I'm really not... we'll talk about that at the end, but I'm really not prepared. I don't have the energy to do videos right now, but I'm trying. We're all trying our best right now. So, the number same day as my dad. Cool. Mine's the 9th. My son's is the 11th. So, Jamie says I'm drunk. So what's up? Yeah, Jamie sent me a picture. He stopped and got some really cool Coronas that were dressed up fancy for the holiday. Hey, Landshark Picker, welcome in. Hey, Jacob Fufu, welcome in. Okay, so there's two kind of main things I want to talk about with you guys tonight. I'm totally winging this. I want to talk about making sure or ensuring our businesses survive, and what steps we can take, what precautions we can do, and what routines and things we can implement to ensure that our businesses survive. I'm not saying that everyone is going to come out the other side of this thriving, but we can survive. So, everyone, if you're new to reselling, you probably haven't heard this expression before, but most of you have heard of the summer slowdown. It's when sales get slow, typically every summer, especially for used clothing resellers. And the summer slowdown is a real thing. It does happen, and I have a feeling it's going to hit harder than ever this year, because everyone's stimulus checks are going to be gone. By the time we hit summer, stimulus checks are going to be a thing of the past. There's still going to be a lot of unemployed people. A lot of states may still be or just coming out of lockdown. So I think there's things we can do to ensure our businesses survive, but I don't know if any of us are going to thrive. But survival is a start. Survival is a beginning, and we can continue to build on that and then eventually thrive again. We all started with nothing. We all started with zero. We built our businesses up from the bottom, and we can do it again if we have to. It's just a matter of making sure they survive enough that you have enough of a foundation to rebuild again. So that's one thing I want to talk about. And the other I want to talk about is the personal human side of it. Keeping your mental health sane, keeping sane during all of this, keeping your stress levels down, maintaining good relationships with people. So when I thought about this, I didn't know if I wanted to talk about the personal side of it or the business side of it first. And I think what I want to do is talk about how to keep your own personal mental health and well-being in your own health well during this time first, and then we'll talk about the business, because I am a strong believer that until you take care of yourself, you are not good for anyone else. So when you run yourself ragged, when you're tired, when you're not taking care of yourself, when you're not taking care of your mental health, when you're not getting enough sleep, when you're not doing the things that you need to do to thrive as a human being, you're not good for anyone else. So in order to be a good mom, wife, husband, daughter, caretaker, business person, you have got to have your, I almost swore, I'm going to go ahead and swear tonight. You got to have your shit together, guys. So you have to be in a place where you're taken care of and you're healthy and happy before you can do anything for anyone else or have a business. I mean, if you're totally run down and you're tired, you're depressed, you're stressed out, you're not going to get up every day excited to go to work, excited to list and take photos and do all the things that we need to do. So let's talk about taking care of ourselves first, and then we'll get into the business side of it. Jacob, I said hi to Jacob, didn't I? I did. Hi, Beth. Deborah, Gnome and the Frog are here. That's Bill and David, you guys. A dynamic duo. And, okay, so one of the biggest ways to avoid stress right now, and I know I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I think it's super duper important. Stay away from the news. Stay away from the media. The media and the news right now is doing nothing but stressing people out. I'm not going to get into it on this channel per se of whether I believe most of the news outlets are not, but I know they sensationalize. I know that murder sells, blood sells, violent sells, sensationalism sells, and I know that they don't always report in such a way that is absolutely factual. They report in a way that is going to invoke emotions, sensationalize things, get everybody worked up. And one of the ways they do that is with their headlines. And especially if you're on Facebook a lot, you see these headlines that are just out of this world crazy, and they're there to scare you. They're there to freak you out. They're there to everybody. And I mean, I'm going to generalize people, but I think a lot of people don't read past the headlines, and the media knows that. So they sensationalize those headlines as much as they can, just to get their point across and get people excited and talking. Because a lot of times, if you actually click the link and go in and read the article, it's a completely different story than what the headline painted. I'm going to use an example that has nothing to do with what we're going through right now. The murder wasps. Well, we are going through this, but I'm staying away from the C word, right? But the murder wasps. Okay, first of all, there's only 2 wasps in Washington. In all of America, there's 2 wasps. And I read 3 different articles all the way through that said the 2 wasps that are in Washington are of different breeds. So these 2 wasps cannot come together and make new wasps. They cannot make baby wasps. They cannot breed. It would be like taking my little Chinese hamster and putting her in with a regular hamster. They couldn't make new baby hamsters because they're just 2 different kinds of hamsters. So the 3 articles I read said if you read all the way in, all the way down to the bottom, there's 2 wasps in Washington right now, and they're different. So they cannot make more. They cannot breed. But if you didn't read those articles and you were just paying attention to the headlines, oh my God, you guys, we're about to be decimated. Murder wasps in America. They're going to take over. They're going to kill all the bees. They're going to kill all of our floral and our fauna by killing the bees. They're going to destroy our ecosystem, and they're just going to take over, and they're going to kill everybody, and they're big and they're scary. And But if you actually read past the headlines, guys, there's 2, and they can't make more. Will more come? I mean, it's possible. I lived through the Africanized killer bees. They were in Arizona when I was a kid growing up. We had a nest at our high school. We were evacuated. They had to bring in special people to remove the bees. So it's possible. But I mean, there's 2. There's 2. We don't need to go clear the we don't need to go clear the shelves of all the Raid and the toilet paper, guys. Because there's only 2. And there's a lot going on right now in the country, yes. Is it as bad as they say it is? Unless you actually live there and you're seeing it firsthand, you really can't know. And if you're glued to the TV, if you're glued to the news, if you're just scrolling through Facebook and reading these headlines, then it's scary, and it's fear, and it's stress. Thank you so much, Meb and Dell, better known as Deb and Mel. Meb and Dell. Deb and Mel, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat for my birthday. Have a drink on us if you can get one. I can definitely get my hands on some rum. I did find a local place, so thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Then I'll think of you guys on my birthday. In fact, I was just talking about you guys earlier today. I may have referred to you as 2 of the only people I absolutely adore from California, but thank you guys. You guys are the best. So the media is making a lot of things sound worse than it is. And right, Christian's right. They only report what's wrong. How many times, even before what's going on, how many times did we ever see them report the nice people doing good things for other people? Violence and murder and scary things and bloodshed. That's all what sells. Anything that's sensational. So, killer bees have been coming from Africa since I was a kid. Yeah, $40 a can for Raid. We have seen the giant bee. That's funny. So anyway, the biggest thing you can do for yourself and your own sanity and your stress levels right now is step away from the news. If you feel like you need to read the news or watch the news, do it once a day. Read a recap. Pick one show to listen to or one news station to watch at night. But minimize it down to where you're getting everything you need in a small quantity. If it bleeds, it leads. That is the expression I was trying to think of. Thank you so much. If it bleeds, it leads. Turn off the television. Yeah, turn off the television. And you know what? Stay away from social media a little bit. Maybe take a break, because I'm about to. All I see on Facebook right now is people fighting. This person's state opened, so they went thrifting. This person lives in a state where it's bad, so they're screaming at this person that they're a murderer or a horrible person. Someone lives in the Midwest on an acre of land and goes out jogging every morning because they live isolated from other people. And people who live in heavily populated cities are screaming at this person, how dare you step outside of your house without a mask on? Because you don't know his situation. But that is all I'm seeing on Facebook right now is different people who are in different situations. Different states have different regulations. Different states have different amounts of people sick. Different states, people just live in different situations. Some people are very rural. people aren't taking any of that into account. They're just, how dare you not do what I think everyone else should be doing? How dare you not live the way I want you to live? How dare you do this? And they're also politicizing everything, which doesn't help. And I can't go on Facebook right now without seeing people fight. I mean, in these articles that I actually read all the way through, I saw Kelly's comment about, I want you guys to actually read, but if you go in the comment section, it is just ugly. People are just being horrible human beings to each other right now. And I don't think that helps anyone's stress levels or mental health at all. I don't know about you guys, but Facebook used to be a place where I went to share funny memes with my friends, have a good laugh, have a little bit of escapism from real life for a minute, and connect with my friends from out of state. I have a lot of friends that don't live here in Pennsylvania. I've lived in Arizona. I've lived in North Carolina. I have made friends in the reselling community all over this country. I've met people at Open that I have stayed in contact with. Deb and Mel are a good example. They're all the way out in California. Katie and Vicky in Vegas. Dave and Bill and Colleen and Daniel all the way across the state here in the same state. I got Sydney down in the Carolinas. Casey's a good friend down in Florida. And then I have, high school friends and just people I knew in Carolina and Arizona. And so I used to go online just to talk to people. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Did you see the new Smudge meme? That white cat, his name's Smudge, right? Or the Baby Yoda memes. I can't even go 2 seconds down my status without seeing somebody pushing their opinions. It is bad. So my advice to folks is step away from the news, step away from social media a little bit. There are paid crap stores. There absolutely are those. Some people do get paid to go in and incite, not discussions, arguments, I guess. But I'm going to make it a legitimate goal of mine to kind of watch what I'm viewing on Facebook to kind of, because I'm feeling super stressed out all the time and anxiety ridden and tired, and I just am so flippin' tired of seeing people fight all the time. So I'm going to go on Facebook, check my notifications. I'm going to go on my Facebook group, check on y'all, make sure everybody's good in there. There's a couple other groups I like to go into. I think I'm just going to avoid the main feed for a while. Or I'm just going to start unfriending people because I can't take it anymore. I can't get on Facebook for 2 minutes without seeing some sensationalized headline, some crazy kind of news, 2 people fighting, 5 people fighting, 10 people fighting. Mel took a 2-month social media break, and she's better for it. I work in news, but I don't engage in discussion on social media about it. Social media is not news. Ask Scott says, what can't you take? The Corona Bowl? I can't take the human beings acting like total and complete asinine jerks to each other. Whatever side you're on, whatever your opinion is, wherever you live, whatever you're doing, I cannot take going on Facebook to have a little bit of escapism and maybe connect with my friends and see some Baby Yoda and getting 2 seconds down my feed and just seeing people treating each other like absolute crap because they don't believe the same way. It doesn't hurt to not engage. It doesn't hurt to keep scrolling. That's what I can't take. And also remember, I am an admin and a mod in several reselling groups, and the reported posts are just all day long, every day, because people can't even go into a reselling group without keeping their political views or their views on the current situation at bay and just talking about business. That's what I can't take. And it's not just the C word bull. And you'll notice I'm censoring myself just a little bit because I don't want to get demonetized. it's that too, but it's all of it. Like just this fact that these murder wasps are being sensational. They're not that bad. They're really not. It's everything. But I think what is most demoralizing and stressful for me is seeing just how gross humans can be to each other. It's disheartening. And it's both sides, whichever one you're on, whatever you believe in, because they're right and you're wrong, or they're right and you're wrong. And if you don't believe the same way that I believe, you're a horrible person. And just can't. I say that about 20 times a day now. I may have to step down as admin from several different groups too and just keep mine. But it's all day long. I'm just like to Keith, I cannot with people anymore. Now let me asterisk that and say, hey, you guys in my Facebook group, y'all are amazing. You guys are awesome. Everyone in there, minus one person today, finally, kind of stepped out of bounds and said something that wasn't kind of what I want in my group. But up until that, everybody in the group has been completely supportive and nice. I've seen people whose states are opening and they're going to the thrift stores, and people, for the most part, except for one person, has been leaving people alone and not, and I did put up a post Friday and said, I addressed that. But so the people in my group are being good. Everyone in there is still supportive, talking business as usual. It's mostly the other groups, but I think the bigger a group gets, the more people that you have in there of differing opinions, and you get jerks and all that. But Lilac Settler says, I have literally unfollowed everybody on Facebook. The only things that show up in my feed are memes and local garage sale groups. That's a good idea. I'm also part of like possum and rat and hamster groups and cats. I like looking at animals. A lot of my de-stressor is to just go online and just look at animals. Animals are awesome. They are definitely de-stressors. A huge problem with people trying to argue on social media is the fact that tone of voice and facial expressions are absent. Yeah, a lot of times, unless you're putting in 50,000 emoticons, your tone can be taken completely incorrectly. I think a lot of the other thing is people just can't be wrong. Doggos rock. I like rodents. I love all rodents. Hams, rats, mice, possums. I think rabbits are considered rodents. I just like rodents. Anyway, I'm weird. People can't be wrong. I've seen people literally argue to a point where they're backpedaling and saying hypocritical things just to prove their point, because people just can't be wrong. And that's a lot of the problem. Yeah, ask Scott. I've seen a lot of that too. Like I said, there was one comment today. It wasn't that bad. And they just, basically said, we're not here in this group to judge anyone. Okay, so I really am digressing, but because I'm telling you everything that I've been seeing and reading and putting up with for months now. And it's like, but I think for mental health, we all need to step away from the social media, take breaks from it. It doesn't have to be a 2-month break or a week or a day. Just throughout the day, take a break, put the phone down, walk away. Have less news in your life. You need to know what's going on in the world, sure, but you don't need to be glued to it 24/7 to the point where you're stressing out and you think the end of the world is coming because there's murder wasps, hornets, and a virus. You know what I mean? Go for walks. That has been so very, very helpful for us. I know Dave and Bill, you guys said you've been going for walks and going out in your backyard to get fresh air and sunshine. Fresh air and sunshine is so, so important for your mental health. There's vitamin D, fresh air. Exercise is good for you. It raises your endorphins. It makes you feel good. It gets you moving. Hey, Robert, welcome in. So, step away from television, your phone, your computer. Go sit in your backyard. Go for a walk. Spend some time with your animals. All these things are things that can help you keep your mental health. And then make sure you're taking time to take care of yourself. Whatever it is you like to do for personal care. Whatever it is. If you want to put a mask on your face and soak in the tub. If you want to make an adult beverage and read a good book or binge a couple movies on Netflix while you lay on your couch with your doggo. Just make sure you're doing something to take care of yourself. That's not related to anything going on in the world, social media, or your business. You need to take a break. Okay? So once you can get it in your routines, some outside time every day, a walk every day, some kind of exercise, some kind of self-care. I read every night before bed, every single night. It doesn't matter how tired I am or how bad my insomnia is, I read every night. Sometimes it takes me half an hour to read myself to sleep, and sometimes it takes 2 or 3 hours, but I read every single night because for me, that's my thing. Some people like TV or movies. Some people like listening to podcasts or music. Whatever it is, just make time for it in your schedules and make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Pamper yourself a little bit. Even if you're a dude, you can pamper yourself a little bit with whatever dudes do. Take a beer in the shower. I actually have a guy friend who likes to open a beer and take it in the shower with him. He says it helps him relax. So whatever it is you need to do. But I really suggest staying away from news and just taking some time to recoup your own mental health every day. Now, how are we going to keep our businesses alive? I just got me tacos. I'm full of tacos too. We made them for dinner. Keep your businesses alive by doing everything I've been telling you for 2 years. If you watched last week's live show, I went over a whole laundry list of things you can be doing right now to improve your sales on eBay. You can branch out to other platforms. You can get multiple streams of income coming in. You can start a YouTube channel. You can start social media for your business. You can do affiliate links. There's just lots of different ways to get all these different streams of income coming in, and that will definitely help your business survive. If you are relying on only one platform right now, your chances of surviving aren't as good. And having one stream of income or one basket for all your eggs is never really a good idea. You should have your fingers in many pies. So diversify yourself out. All the things I've always been telling you guys. Get more than one stream of income. Sell on more than one platform. I know a lot of us still can't go out thrifting or get out there to yard sales and stuff, but you can still, there's plenty of ways to get inventory while you're at home. I've talked about all that a million, trillion, thousand times with you guys too. You can diversify what you're selling. Think outside of the box, buy wholesale, buy things in lots. You guys know that we have wholesale on Shopify. That we do with Casey. I'm going to try to get you guys the link. And we have stuff coming in every single day. Thank you for that link for the last week's live show, Bill and David. And then there's the link to the liquidation slots. They're coming in every single day as fast as we can put them up there selling. So check in every day, see if there's anything you're interested in. Robert has way too much inventory. But I mean, we've had plush on there. We've had ties. We've had jewelry. We've had remotes. We've had clothing, men's, women's shoes, dresses, jeans, tops, you name it. It's come through. Victoria's Secret's new, it's hag stuff. It's different and it's new every day. If you are trying to get rid of inventory, you can always email liquidationlotsforless@gmail.com and let us know, and we'll be happy to help you sell that. So that's a way to do it too. And then, I'm always telling you guys about routines, but it's so important right now because of what's going on in the world. A lot of people are just kind of winging it and hanging on for dear life and doing the best they can do. But you really can't have a thriving business that way, or a surviving business. So make sure that you are working every day. Unfortunately, I think some folks, not saying anybody in here or my group, but I've seen elsewhere, some people are just treating this like one big giant vacation. And that's going to be a very rude wake-up call in a month or two. If you're just laying around your house treating all of this like a big vacation, you're not going to like what's going to happen in a couple of months. You need to continue to work. Just because everybody else got sent home from work doesn't mean we don't have to work. We have our own businesses. We work for ourselves. We are resellers, and we work from home. Therefore, we have no excuse to not be working right now because we work from home. Everyone got sent home. We're already here. This is our job. So make sure that you are working every single day, keeping all your platforms active, but most especially eBay. Because I've skipped sometimes on Boxery or Poshmark and we still make sales. I think eBay's Cassini algorithm is really, really dependent on that daily activity. So just to make sure that this is not a giant vacation for you, one big lazy vacation. Just make sure that you are... Sorry, I bumped something and I thought it was a bug, but it was a piece of fuzz on the floor. Somebody needs to sweep, Henry. Just keep active and keep, your eyes peeled for all those different ways of getting inventory. I've done a couple videos on that, but there's plenty of ways to get inventory. There's plenty of ways to keep your stores active. We talked about that last week. We all have like 50,000 listings a month right now, so you can be ending stuff every day and relisting it just to get the activity. Hi, Chris. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. So that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to say tonight. I will open up the floor for questions and get as many as I can before I take off. So if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat. I will get to them. I am going to be taking a break from YouTube, guys. I have a bunch of videos planned for the rest of this week, and I will finish those out. And then I'm going to be taking probably the rest of May off for my own mental health. I'm pretty sure it's been pretty apparent for a while now. I've done my live shows every Tuesday and the What Sold videos on Monday. And other than that, I haven't really been putting out a lot of content. It's because I just am not feeling it. I don't know if it's what's going on in the world or my own stress levels. We have a lot of stuff here that we're trying to do too. We have a ton of stuff going on like behind the scenes with our business right now. And we're trying to deal with that every single day. And to be honest, I just don't have the energy to I used to come on and make a video every single day for you guys. I just don't have the energy right now. And with everything that we have going on behind the scenes here, all this work that we have to do, I kind of just really like looking homeless. I like waking up and skipping in the shower and putting my hair in a bun and just looking like absolute crap and getting it done. We have a lot of stuff we're working on. And so I just not really feeling putting this face on and coming up with the energy every day. But we are super, super busy too. So I'm just going to take a break before I get burned out. I'm being proactive. So before I am totally burnt out and I hate doing videos and I don't like YouTube anymore, I'm going to step away. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in June with plenty of energy, plenty of ideas, plenty of content. Now, that's not to say something isn't going to happen next week or the week after and I'm going to hear about it and I don't want to come on and give my opinion or talk about it. But I'm not going to plan to do a video every day. I'm definitely taking a break from the Tuesday live shows for a while. And I'll be around, though. I will be in my Facebook group. I'm going to be taking a break from YouTube and just social media in general. I will be checking email, private messages, and I will be checking in with the group every day. So feel free to absolutely continue to post in the group, tag me, send emails, comment on YouTube, and all that. I'll still be around for all of that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Lead numbers $9.99. Happy birthday. Enjoy your vacation from YouTube. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm just going to be sticking to checking in with my groups plural, because I'm, part of animal groups, but I'll be checking in with our Facebook group. If you're not a member, it's Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Make sure you are a member, you guys. It's one of the best groups out there. And I don't just say that because it's my group. I say that because of the people in it. Make it pretty amazing. Everybody needs a break. Yeah, let me tell you. But we have a lot going on. So I will be every day checking in the group, though, like I always do. I don't comment in there a lot, but I lurk and I read everything you guys put. So feel free to tag me, email flippinhipposhelp@gmail. I never remember our own email. Flippinhipposhelp. Say that 3 times fast. And if something happens and I have an opinion, I'm going to be on here with my opinion because that's who I am. But I did have a bunch of stuff planned for this week, so I'm going to finish that out. I have one more ThredUp box I haven't opened yet. Believe it or not, I've had a ThredUp box sitting here. When was the last one I opened? I had 2. I still have 1. Unopened, never peeked in, been sitting here forever. I'm going to open it tomorrow live with you guys, probably around 4 in the afternoon. That's what I'm going to aim for, is around 4 in the afternoon. So I'll be back tomorrow to open my last ThredUp box. I say that like I'm not going to order more. I'm addicted. And then I got plush that sold, jeans that sold, stuff that sold on Poshmark. All the what sold videos I always do at the beginning of the month for the month prior on the different platforms and with the different items. But hopefully by taking this time off, we can get through all this stuff here. I can get caught up on a lot of work around here and maybe get started on a jeans guide, because I know a lot of you have been requesting that. But YouTube can. But when it starts to be more of a job than something that's enjoyable, I think it's time to take a break. Because I used to put out a video every day. I loved it. I was excited. And when it starts to feel like a chore more than an enjoyment, I want to make sure that I take a break so I can come back and be refreshed and never wind up hating it or avoiding it altogether. So that said, I think I'm going to end tonight's video a little bit early. I don't see any questions coming in. So we'll still be around. It's not like I'm getting rid of the internet. I still have to list every day and share Poshmark and check it on Facebook. But make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves as well. All the things I talked about. Just try to avoid the stress. Try to avoid the fights on Facebook. And be safe. I don't know what else to say. Be safe, guys. As always, thank you so much for joining me tonight, spending some time with me. If you think of questions later, feel free to put them in the Facebook group and tag me there. And thank you so much to Deb and Mel and Lee for the birthday super chats. Really awesome of you guys. Don't fiddle fart around. Yeah, don't fiddle fart around. Go be productive. Wash your hands. Make some money. And remember, you guys are the best, and we appreciate you. I'll see you later. Bye.